Things are well. Yeah, things are alright, I guess. I good. Right, anyway. Let's... today's session is pretty much going to be... Okay. I'm curious, because I think we've got 4 layers worth of redstone left to do. If I really, really put my mind to it, we could get the sugarcane farm finished today. But where have they gone? Do Endermen take... If they stand on the block, can they take from those? So I'm sure I've not done that. So, we have some glass to put in, and then basically we've got this layer here, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's all we've got left. We've got 4 layers left to complete, so it's like, I want to get on with this, I want to get on with it this quick, but I do need... I believe lime stained glass, so that's going to be the next thing to make up here. So how much lime do we have? We've got a stack in a little bit. Yeah, so I guess this is just what we're going to be doing today, is just like I want to finish the sugarcane farm in the next 2 streams, which might seem, oh bollocks, I need to stop just wasting freaking rockets. This won't be a problem once I put the glass in, because then we'll be able to use the jump boost. So in the next 2 streams, I want to have this whole project done. Now, I don't know when the 2 streams are gonna be. So it'll probably, well, obviously it's this stream, and then whenever I stream next. By then, I would like to have it done. Now, I do set myself very unrealistic goals. So, I mean, I might not be able to get it done. I do include in that the wall decoration, which, I mean, let's be honest, that is probably the most tedious bit, and that's what we're going to be working on first today, but I'm fairly sure that we can get through it quite quickly. So this layer is pretty much just going to be cobblestone and the mossy cobblestone pieces, which is not what I originally planned for this, so we might have to go and make some more moss to make the mossy cobblestone. But that's okay, we can do that relatively easily. I've used up all of my glass already. Okay, so let's go and make... let's say 6 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of lime glass. Perfect. That should be more than enough to complete the whole of the glass bit. But that's not what I want to be focusing on. I want to get as much... oh, is that only the amount of mossy cobblestone I've got left? Okay. I've got a little bit more moss blocks though, so we can turn them into... we can turn my mossy cobblestone into actual mossy cobblestone. The cobblestone into actual mossy cobblestone, that's what I mean to say. Oh, it's 1-to-1. That's annoying. Cool. We'll do a stack and 16 then. Okay, so let's get rid of these slots here. We'll do that. I didn't put any tough in my inventory, but I don't think I'll need tough anymore, actually, now I think about it. I think I need... I mean, if we're going to transition over to the stone, eventually we'll probably need to put stone in as well, so I'm just going to get rid of, like, some of the... I could put gravel in, but gravel is going to be more difficult because it's a gravity block, right? I tend not to build with those. Let's, actually, I'm going to do it this side first, because I feel like this is always the most difficult to do, because there's a lot going on this side, so we'll do the most difficult wall first. It looks quite dark down there. I'm kind of hoping that we don't get anything spawning in. Let's double check. I know I'm gonna have to, no, we're okay. We're okay, lighting level of 3. So there shouldn't be anything that spawns down here. And lighting level of 4 there. 3, 5, perfect. Okay, so we need to kind of do this similar thing as what's going on down here. Let's just get rid of all the stone and the granite, and then we can start working on the, like, when I always try and do the shape of the build first. I might just keep this Cath brace. Cath! Cath! Year. Month. Is that a year and 7 months? I think it is, right? That's crazy. I say it every time, it's crazy. Thank you, sir. You're far too kind. Stop it now. I say stop it. You never will. Like, you do it purely to annoy me, I think. So you're a full-time sugarcane streamer now. Well, yeah, I think so, because this is... okay, so this is what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to have this project done in the next 2 streams. So... then we can do something else, because I'm getting bored of the sugarcane, okay? I'm getting bored of the sugarcane. So, I do kind of want to keep this shape here, but then you're probably never going to be able to see it, so maybe I don't need to. Oh, Cath! Mayo, Carlo, Speed, Rancid Kid, and Bruno. There you go. Welcome to the Stram. Cath with the 5 gifted tier subs. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for forcing people to sub to my channel. Like, literally forcing people to subscribe. Thank you. I appreciate that. Chair with the panda on it. That's just going to keep going. Did I turn on the recording? I did. Okay, I'm not going crazy. I've only been streaming 5 minutes. Damn it. So, when are you leaving for Vegas? Do you know what? It's time to pour my coffee. When are you leaving for Vegas? Because you're on holiday break now, right? Like summer break. Not as nice as I thought it was going to be. I think I put too much coffee in the coffee. Whoops. Oh, you leave tomorrow. Nice, dude. Well, enjoy. Enjoy, sir. It's all about the fun spectacle, right? So I hope you have a great time. I hope you have I think I put too much coffee in the coffee. Yes. That absolutely makes sense. Anyone who knows anything about coffee knows what I'm talking about. It's a little bit too strong. Anyone who knows what I'm talking about knows what I'm talking about. Duh. I think I have too much of a delay. I see. It's either that or I'm not replying in time. Coffee is gross. Absolutely, you would say that. No, I enjoy a little bit of coffee. I'm not gonna lie. It's one of my vices. I'm fully aware of it. I'm fully aware I'm a full-blown addict when it comes to coffee. I'm fine with that. It's just like I don't know whether I've quite got the angles on that right, but it looks okay. So I'm gonna stick with it. We're not gonna do too much of the. Oh, I need to actually. Yeah. I need to not do what I just did. Yes, I'm gonna get rid of that one. Oh, but then I don't know if this is gonna work. We might have to revisit this. How often do you look at your soundboard on Discord? Never. I never look at the soundboard on Discord. Ow. I have never looked at that. I'm not gonna lie, I hardly ever use Discord these days. The only times I use Discord now is for D&D. I just don't get a chance to... Well, I don't play video games anymore, just in general. The only video games I kind of play now is on stream. And I played a little bit of solo stuff just before I started streaming, but... Yeah, no, I don't have the time anymore. It's really annoying. I kind of wish I had more time. Time, in my opinion, is the most valuable resource we have to us. I wish I had less deadbeats in your house. Yeah. Okay, so now we need to... I think the best way to do this is kind of build this down, but I feel like I'm off center. Something doesn't feel right here. Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what I wanted to do. But now it doesn't feel right on this side, so we're going to... cover this up. See, I've never put a, like, kind of a mini cave in here before, so it's a little bit sketchy to put it there, but yeah, I don't think it's going to work, so I think we're going to do a little bit of a fix here. So this is what happens. This is what happens when I try and ad-lib what's going on. Whoops. Whoops. That's not what I want there. Maybe it is. Right, we'll get rid of this. I'm going to fill this in with andesite so that we've not just got a hole here, because I don't have any lighting, otherwise you're just going to get, like, mobs spawning in that gap. Oh, and that's all the andesite I have. Now, I can still go back a tiny bit, just not to the extent that I had before. No, I need that. Pop in my inventory. Damn it. Oh, it's so annoying. Ugh. There we go. Okay, we're good. So I think... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I'm legitimately not sure. I've not made it easy on myself. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I've not made it easy in terms of terraforming. No. Right, okay. We need to fill this bit in. Hey, T-Man, how's it going, my dude? Yeah, I think we just keep this layer here flat. Like, all the way around, like, this station is just easier if we just keep this flat. It's not really seen anyway, because there's the unloading station there, but it's just, it's too difficult to kind of, like, terraform around that. So we'll just keep it flat the entire time. We're just gonna, like, not worry. I know I've done a little bit of terraforming, but that's going to get buried very quickly, so... Which means I want... kind of like a bit going in here then. I can get rid of this. Oh my goodness. Okay, so when the pistons go off... When the pistons go off, it really does create a little bit of lag around the area. Okay, so let's go around in this direction. That's what I'm gonna do. And then we'll figure out the rest. Okay, so this is new. I don't remember doing that. Chilling on your day off, nice. Have you been working hard at SpaceX? I presume so. Any new news to give us? Any little leaks? Maybe about a certain starship? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, you dick. Beep. I've got no... That is all I wanted to do. I only wanted to put glass here, and I accidentally threw myself into the wall. With an ender pearl. I've got no ender pearls left now. Spin prime test yesterday, and we're planning on firing it tomorrow with the new water deluge. Nice. That's pretty cool. Nope. Want that there. So this bit is definitely the most tedious bit. I say it every time. I say it every time I'm doing it, but the terraforming bit is the most tedious part of this process, and I think this is why it takes so long for me to do what I'm doing here. And it is quite annoying that it's taking me so long. Testing on Falcon heavy extended fairing. Oh, the extended fairing, nice! Is anything lined up for the extended fairing? Like, is that... Are we seeing more of that, or...? And there's just like a random tunnel here, and I'm not sure where this tunnel leads to. I think... Oh, it doesn't actually go anywhere. Interesting. Okay. Give me that. Thank you. A regular Falcon, heavy fairing, except 9 meters tall, and it's not going to be recovered. Got you, got you, got you. So we're not recovering the extended fairing then, because to have extended fairing and a mobile service tower like Delta 4. Yeah, I remember when the contract got given out. Because it was quite a... I'll be honest, it was quite a surprise that SpaceX got that contract. If I remember right. Or at least I wasn't expecting it. So yeah, I knew that the extended fairing was a thing. But I wasn't sure, like I don't know obviously how far we are with it. Imagine the starship with a mobile service tower. Do we know what's happening with the mobile service tower? Is that, I presume the mobile service tower is going to mean integration is different for the government contracts? I mean, it has to be. It's just, like, the integration has to be different because... So does that mean that, like, Falcon Heavy, for instance, will... or whatever's launching these government contracts, I think it was for Falcon Heavy, right? Means that it's integrated vertically, not horizontally. Unless the servicing tower is horizontal. That would be weird. Like the servicing tower is horizontal and then moves up with the stronghold. No, that's a stupid idea, Womble. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the logistics involved in that? 640 is getting converted for crew because we have to take 39A off to build up MST. Yeah, okay, yeah. You said, I remember. I remember you saying that. We had this conversation the other day. I should remember what I'm saying. You got that correct. It's basically ULA doing, yeah. Vertical integration. I don't know how that's going to work with Falcon. Because aren't the, like, alignment and attachment points for the second stage needed to be horizontal? Or am I missing something? I'm probably missing something. I'm not very smart. Okay, we're not quite there yet. Oh, my hands are so itchy. Dude, I need to pick up the pace. I need to pick up the pace. This is going far too slow for my liking. The advantage is, once we've done the terraforming around here, I should be able to do the redstone crazy quick. So, hopefully... hopefully shouldn't be too bad. I'm eating cashews and it was missing some flavor, so I grated on some cheese. Why would you do that to cashews? Like, they have enough flavor on their own. Leave them alone. It now tastes better. That's a lie and you know it. That's a lie, and you know it. You're just in denial. You're just in denial. That's fine. That's fine. You're in denial. You think you know you made the right choice there by grating cheese onto your cashew nuts, which is quite frankly weird. And because you're in denial, you're going to double down on the fact that it was the right choice and that it tastes better. So you're just like, you know, you're lying to yourself. That's okay. That's okay though. We all do it. We all make mistakes at some point. You make a lot of mistakes in particular. That was really harsh. That was a really harsh thing to say, Womble. No, the Nile is in Egypt. Wait, what? Denial. Oh, yes. Yeah. I can't. No. 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 No, I don't want to listen to that, Kath. Stop that. Such a waste of words that sentence was. What the jungle are you talking about? God damn it. I'm just going to ignore you for a little bit, Kath. I think that's the healthier option for my mental state right now. Also mean. I'm apparently being a dick today. What's different today? Okay. This is looking better. This is looking back. It's looking good. Let's keep going. Let's put in the fill in the gaps. Oh, he's still got this bit to work out. It looks a little bit weird, but screw it. It's fine. Why do cows have hooves? I'm not gonna answer that. So, in terms recently, I've been reading a lot of audiobooks. Like you guys might have heard me whittle on about them. But I think it was you, Kath, that suggested I read. I can't remember why you suggested it. I think it was something to do with RimWorld. But you suggested I read A Brave New World by Huxley. What's his first name? Can't think. Well, I just finished it. I finished the audiobook, at least. I didn't read it. Because I don't read. Aldous Huxley, that's it. I really enjoyed it. It's weird, though. Like, it's quite clear that it's dated. I don't know, it's weird, because there are, like, bits of it I'm thinking, this was wrote in the 1930s? Fucking hell. Horny bastards. But then at the same time, you know, like, a lot of the ideals that he puts forth in the book about how, like, this future is going to be with, like, the Soma and things like that, like, drug-induced test tube Nazism kind of thing. It's so weird because, you know, this was like, I mean, it was wrote like 5 years before World War II, right? When you know, fascism was in its height. Like it was a big deal in the 1930s. There's a lot of fascists. Absolutely. Not just in Nazi Germany. Like there were fascists in England. Like there was a lot of them. There was a lot of them. Eugenics as well. Yeah, it's so good. That was why. Because I had an idea for a RimWorld save where the population was not born but was bred, and we were breeding the super soldier, if that made sense. But doing it in test tubes. Now, I think you can do it in vanilla RimWorld, but I also have an inkling that you're probably going to need some form of mods to make it work better. And basically, I mean, like when I've played RimWorld in the past, I try and play with some form of story or narrative, and that sort of dystopian future that he was telling in Brave New World was yeah, that's exactly what I want to kind of set my RimWorld save on. So that was a cool idea. There were bits though that were very difficult to get through, especially the beginning. Like the start of the book is weird because it's like 3 different things that are happening over the space of 3 chapters, but it's like every sentence is from a different perspective, so it's like so it was difficult to get through the first like bits, but then yeah, once they went out and found the savage and everything like that, I was really into it. Why did the chicken cross the road? Yes. Basically, Falcon Heavy is going to be rolled out like it always has been, except no payload. Oh, or fairing on top. Then we put it vertically with the strongback, and then the mobile service tower comes in, and the payload gets lifted up. So basically, it's just vertically integrated payload, not rocket. I see. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense what they would do. Savage. John Savage was literally his name, but he is just the Savage. I think once he comes into it, it's like, wow, this is actually... like, I was really enjoying it. And the whole whipping scene with the harlot, strumpet, and everything like that. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know which one's better at this point. Like, what... Which point of view is better here? Like, sure, he doesn't want to conform to the identities and the stringent beliefs of the day, of this modern world, but is public punishment that he wants to do, and like... From the reserve, I know. Like, is that any better? Is that it's not. Of course it isn't. So it was just very interesting. I really enjoyed it in the end. But like I said, it was difficult for me to get into it. I think it was just the way it's wrote as well, right? Because the wording is. It's very British 1930s wording. Like, it's voluptuous and big words. It's a way of using big words. Reminds me of Jeeves and Wooster, who so that's PJ Woodhouse. Apart from that was comedy, not like serious drama. But like the wordsmith, PJ Woodhouse was amazing. Like being able to use words and spin them. So that work should be complete once we get 40's crew tower up. Okay. So how long is the crew tower going to take for Slick 40? How long is that going to take to get set up? And I mean actual time, not Elon time. I have no time for Elon time. Elon time's just full of estimates. I don't want estimates. I want actual. Well, of course it's going to be estimates. But I think you would also like World War Series by Harry Turtledove. Okay, I'll put that on my wish list. I'll have a look. I've got quite a few other stories that I've got to listen to first. One including called Old Man's War by John Scalzi. That's like 1940s, I believe, and I accidentally hit. I think that's a 1940s book. It's an old book, anyway. Oh wait, no, that's not the one I'm thinking about. Sorry, that's a different. Which one was the other one that I had that was like not sure. Can't find it. It's about an alien invasion during World War II. Interesting. So yeah, Harry Turtledove. I'll have a look. Oh. It's included in Prime membership as well, so I can just listen to it. Nice. Yeah, well, the first two books are actually included, so I will add those in to my add to library. Add to library. So I've put the first two ones in. Then if I enjoy them, then I'll go on to. Is that right? Is that right? That says book one there, but I. Bear with me. Oh, there's actually so I've got 4 on Audible, but there's actually 4 others after those. Colonization. Interesting. So it's all like the same series, but like in different time zones. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'll give the first one a listen. In Balance is the first book. Yeah, there are 4. So there's 4 volumes in the World War one, but then he also has wrote Colonization, which is in the same universe, but that's based in like 2032 in the same universe kind of thing. There's 4 more, so there's 4 more. Yeah, they're on here as well. Interesting. Okay, well, like I said, I've got the In Balance, which is I think the first one. That one's on Audible, and that's free for anyone who has an Audible subscription, which I do. I've not read about the ones about the journey to their planet. Okay, see. Well, I mean, you know, I like a good sci-fi series. I do, like I said, I do have quite a lot in my to read list. I will. So my current read at the moment. What? Oh, I broke it. Is that finished then? No. Nope, it's just not there. It just doesn't want to be. And apparently there's someone at my door. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. I'm back. There we go. Sorry about that. It was the wrong door. Hi. I'm back. Sorry. That took a little bit. That was silly. Doorbell. It was a doorbell. He knocked on the wrong door. Very annoying. He wanted my next door neighbor. Apparently he cannot count house numbers. And the fact that my house number is right on my fucking door as he's knocking at it, he's blind as well, so that's fine. That's fine. Numbers are hard. Yeah, numbers are hard. He's like, "Here's your package, sir," and I'm like, "It's not mine. Look, it clearly says the next door. It's my neighbor." He's like, "Oh, well, can you take it?" No. Because he's in. Like, I'd take it if he wasn't in. I'd take his package if he wasn't in, you know, I'd take it so it doesn't get sent back. So, no, go on, knock on my neighbor's door. He's there. He's right there. Literally, he's walking behind you as you're knocking on my door. It's like, just give it to him. I'm not stealing his mail, dick. And a postie. I know, right? It's like, come on now. It's like, come on. What were we talking about? We were talking about books. So at the moment, I am listening to So Long and Thanks for All the Fish. Which is the 4th of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy books. It is read by Martin Freeman, who played Arthur Dent in the not-so-amazing film Hitchhiker's Guide. Here's a video showing Crew 40 Tower segments. Thanks, NASA Spaceflight. Let's have a look. I'll have a quick look. I don't want to keep getting distracted. I'm going to mute them though. Trap. Other things. Faces. Nice. I like the flyover pictures are cool. see. Okay, so that's the crude tower stuff. I see. You enjoyed the film. The film was good. Like, it was fine. Like, but it wasn't as good as... Zooey Deschanel was good. I liked her, and I liked Martin Freeman. But it's not as good as, like, the book or... I mean, I'm sure everyone says that. But it's not as good as the book, and it definitely wasn't as good as the original radio show or the original TV show. So, in terms of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy content, probably my least favorite. So... This music reminds me of the music in Insurrection from Star Trek. Every time it's on. There's like a bit where... Oh no, is it Insurrection? Yeah, it is. It's the Insurrection music. Reminds me of the Insurrection music all the time. Here. You know what? Sorry, I'm not playing it. That's silly. It has similar themes. The only books I've been reading is Dataform Rocket Engine Test. That's the only books you've been reading? Okay. So, well, like I said, I tend not to read books. I tend to listen. Just because I don't have the attention span to read. And reading was never my strong suit anyway, so... Yeah, so that's what I'm currently reading. I'm currently listening to So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is probably my least favorite Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy book. That includes the one that Douglas Adams didn't write, rather. But it's still, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's quite a depressive book compared to the others. And I think it kind of shows that maybe Douglas Adams was biting off more than he wanted with the franchise, and he wanted to move on to other things, but because it was so well received. But what made me want to listen to that all of a sudden was I was listening to the Michael Palin diaries. So I listened to basically his Monty Python years when he was in Monty Python. Anyone who doesn't know who Michael Palin is, he is an actor, well, quite an old actor now, but an actor, comedian, writer kind of thing, who was one of the Pythons. The end of Star Trek Picard was a weird ending. Which ending? Because in the entirety of the Picard series, you've had like 3 separate endings for the whole show as a whole. Because they can never seem to decide what they're doing with it. Or, like, the actual final ending? Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It was better than the ending of season 1, where Picard dies, but then he doesn't die, and they backtrack. So it was better than that, but yeah. It was, I mean, it was fine. It was fine. I quite liked season 3. I quite liked season 3, so. Mainly because Worf was in it, I think. I think Worf just makes every show he's in better. He's done it 3 times now. He did it with TNG, he did it with DS9. Now he's done it with Star Trek Picard. Like, he instantly makes everything he's in better. So, happy belated birthday, my friend. Yeah, it was last month. Thank you. It's fine. Thanks, man. It was like a week ago. What day is it today? It's Saturday. So it was 10 days ago. I think. So it was Thursday last week. That was when my birthday was. I had a good day. Thank you very much, though. I appreciate that. I don't expect anyone to remember my birthday. I'm terrible with birthdays. Like, I can never remember anyone's. Janice is annoyingly proficient and good. Posted an AI generated image in your Discord. Mr. Wumble playing Minecraft on his computer while streaming. Wow. Wow. Why are my arms so long? Like, unnaturally long arms. It's not far off. It's very Wumble vest and bookshelf to look smart. I don't do bookshelves. I don't have a bookshelf. Wow. His desk is cleaner than mine. My desk is very, very messy at the moment. I've got D&D books everywhere. I've got all sorts of notes and papers and drawings, and I need to clean it up. It's freaky. So 7 of 9 becoming captain is weird after a voyage with Voyager. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they needed to keep her in the show, right? Like, the reason they've made her captain is because they wanted a 7 of 9 spin-off, and I feel like they wanted that for a very long time, but they haven't done it. But I, personally, when they introduced 7 into Picard, I wanted 7 to become the main protagonist, like, in Season 2, right? So kill off Picard in Season 1, and then Season 2, this is a very risky move, by the way. Season 2 is 7 of 9 story, and that's when you can bring back, like, the old TNG characters and things like that. So, like, you don't have any of the data stuff, don't have anything like that. Make it Picard against the Borg, and the Borg win. And then it's 7 of 9 that has to continue his journey. That would have been way better. They wanted the next gen. Yeah, they did. I do like the route that they did go with eventually in Season 3. Season 3 was kind of how I was hoping Picard Season 1 was going to be. Long arms because you're British, duh. That's a good point, actually. That's a Scottish cow. Is it even a cow? I don't even know what it is. I'm very confused. It's like a cross between a cow and a goat. I can't quite decide. Like, what? Just in case. Yeah, so this is for the stream. This is for the stream, so the stream can see it. This is the image that Kath sent me. This is the... he put it into an AI-generated art machine, and it says, Mr. Womble playing Minecraft on his computer while streaming. This is what it came out with. This is what it came out with. Like, I don't get this bit. I don't get this bit. This is the bit I don't get. This bit here is the bit I don't get. And like my arms are like ungainly long, and look what's happening with my hand over here. It's like it's so bad. It's so bad. Yep. So that is the that's the AI generated image that Kath had there. I'm not gonna lie, these AI generated images are weird. I've tried to use them myself. Like, we tried to use them for the flags in Kerbal. I don't know if you remember. Like, we were trying to come up with like flag designs for like different missions in Kerbal whenever we flew them, and we would use AI generated images for that, but they always ended up like being really disappointing. Okay. And I've also used AI generated imaging for some of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff at some point, which I'm not going to tell you which parts, but it's like mainly backdrop images. Where I couldn't be bothered to like draw a map myself. So I've used AI generated images before. That's what I'm trying to say. But whenever I do, it always feels like a little bit disappointing, if you know what I mean. Obviously you're a Womble, a Soviet one. No, Wombles look like this. That's what the Wombles look like. They look like this. Maybe that's what it was trying to create, actually. Maybe it was trying to create these sort of Wombles, but not. But it failed. Here, I'll show you the image again. So this is the image. These are the Wombles. Wombles are very different. Like these were the Wombles. These things here. And this is what I've mentioned this so many times. This is what Soviet Womble stole. He stole these images to create his own thing. And his idea is that he's a Soviet version of these guys. So that's his concept. Whereas this is none of those things. This is just like a bad cow. I don't know. I can't even decide. I can't even decide what that is. Doesn't even mention the keyboard being fucky. Wait, the keyboard is fucky in it? I missed it. I wasn't. Oh yeah, the keyboard is really weird. I think I was more bothered by the fact that my hand was weird. Yeah, keyboard's just. It's like a goat dog. You're right. It is like a goat dog / cow. I'm not quite sure. It's like a Shetland pony as well. I generally don't know what that was supposed to be. Enterprise D looked good. Yeah. I don't know whether we needed it though. Like, why did we have the Enterprise D? Why did it get rebuilt? Like, because Geordie had a fetish for history? I don't. I mean, I get it. I do get it, because Geordie was like a big opponent for the Enterprise E. Like, that was his baby, right? But really? Like, really? Did they have to bring it back? It was his first ship as chief engineer, correct? Yeah, I know, I get it. And I remember the episode, is it Tapestry? I don't think it's Tapestry. It's the one where Scotty comes back. And he said that, like, his first love was, but he says this to Picard, right? He said that his first love was the Enterprise A, B, C, D. The original Enterprise was his Enterprise. Oh, there you go. You literally just said. Worf preferred the E over D because more weapons. It was also his first captaincy, according to Star Trek Picard, right? Because he took over as captain after Picard got promoted, which is bizarre because there's DS9 episodes where, like, Sisko's like, you will never get your own command for this, but then Star Trek Picard pretty much was like, nope, Worf got his command. And that was because he rescued Jadzia and let a Cardassian die, who was going to kind of betray the current Dominion government. Don't expect a command after this. Yeah, that's what Sisko had said, because he put an official reprimand on Worf's career. But I mean, the way I see it as well, I can imagine Picard becoming admiral and saying, hey, just ignore that reprimand. Worf's where it's at, you know. I can imagine Picard going out of his way to do that. Like, he's got a history of taking officers who have reprimands on their record and turning them into something more. Like, what was the name of the Bajoran girl who was part of Wesley Crusher's crash in season 5, and then by season 6 she's on the Enterprise as an ensign in the lower decks, and then she gets picked for, like, this card. She was going to get picked as, like, to be promoted, and he handpicked her to give her a second chance. Like, he's very good at doing that. Like, he has precedence. So I guess that would make sense. Definitely would make sense. It's in Picard's character to give people second chances. And Worf is definitely, like, proved himself in Picard's eyes, right? Yeah, the informant died to save Dax, which was a very, very good fucking episode. And yet, Dax still fucking dies in that season. I'm still pissed off. I hate the fact that they killed off Jadzia. Jadzia was, like, one of the best characters, other than Worf, in the whole fucking season. Killed off Jadzia. Oh, except Ro. He wanted her hung. Yeah. Well, that's because... So the reason the actress made that happen, I know. Well, she didn't want Jadzia to die, but she took another job elsewhere, and the producer, Rick Berman, was like, fine, we're killing off your character then, you're not coming back for, like... She wanted to appear in, like, the odd episode in season 7, but they wouldn't allow it. They wanted Jadzia dead. Which is, like, fair enough, you know? I mean, yeah. Still annoying. Still get annoyed at that, but yeah. So I think the reason why Picard wanted Ro hung was because Picard had already handpicked Ro, who was already shunned and imprisoned for dereliction of duty by the time she got onto the Enterprise D, she had her second chance. That was her second chance. And then she joined the Marquis. Which also, it was her, you know, I like... that's something that I liked about Picard as well, is the fact that they kind of like had a little bit of a, you know, that continuation of the story of Ro, which I thought was really cool. Like, it definitely felt very real. The way that Picard was acting towards Ro is the fact that... Yeah. Hello, my favourite sugar farm streamer. Is everyone saying that today? That is all it's all... Yeah, I know. Grumble, 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 grumble. We're nearly done. Nope, there goes the pistons again. Hands over the bait. Yep. I'd say Voyager is the most cringe series out of all Star Trek? Out of all Star Trek? That's a big statement. That's a big statement. That's a huge, huge, huge statement there, sir. Need I remind you of a series? Here, let me... Kath knows exactly what I'm gonna say. There we go. Need I remind you of a show called Star Trek The Animated Series? Oh no, this is cringe. This is way worse than Voyager. Voyager has some good, solid episodes in. Like, some solid episodes. I would rate Voyager better than Discovery, in my opinion. I can't watch Discovery. I find that awkward and clunky. I thought season 1 was okay, but other than that, meh. And I don't like Lower Decks. I don't think Star Trek works in animated form. Granted, I haven't seen the last Lower Decks episode, and I haven't seen Strange New Worlds yet, and I do want to. Captain Janeway wants a word with you. Yeah, well, I do have huge issues with Voyager. I'm not the biggest fan of Voyager, but I would rather watch Voyager than this garbage. This garbage is garbage. Like, this is just awful. I did enjoy the Strange New Worlds crossover episode with Lower Decks. See, I haven't watched either of the seasons. I haven't watched any Strange New Worlds at all yet. I've heard it's very good. I've heard very high things about it, but I have not seen it yet. Lower Decks, I watched season 1 and I had zero... Like, the idea of the show is to make you laugh, and I laughed 0 times. Like, I think there was negative laughter, so I was just like, you know what? I can't be bothered to watch this. This isn't for me. It's too Family Guy. Like, I'm not... I like Family Guy because it's... You know, well, I used to like Family Guy. I don't tend not to watch it anymore. But I used to like it because it was, like, different and fun and whatever like that. It's not what Star Trek you know, it's not a Star Trek show. If you want Star Trek comedy, you should watch Seth MacFarlane's one that he did. That's really good. Like, I really enjoy that. They also did a musical episode this season. Yeah. What, with Strange New Worlds, or with, I presume, Lower Decks? The thing is, Star Trek has always had, like, comedy in it. Like, there's always been comedic episodes. It's just, with Lower Decks, it just feels so forced. Like, it just feels like forced humor. It's like, you must laugh now! This is funny! Laugh! If that's what it feels like. And for me, it just, I don't know, it kills it a little bit. Because one of the reasons I do like Star Trek is because it is escapism, right? So it's not meant to be realistic. Not by a long way, but yeah. Oh, there was a Strange New Worlds musical. Oh, okay. Lower Decks is more about making fun of all the other series and tying up some loose stories through the series. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I've not got a problem with the concept of that. I think it's a good concept. It's just, it's weird. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the first season, so I haven't watched it since. I'm currently in the process. So I've been in the process. This has taken a couple of years because I haven't got as much personal time as what I used to. When I first started this idea, I had loads of personal time. So the idea that I had was that I was going to watch through all of the Star Trek in chronological order in terms of timeline. So you start with like Star Trek Enterprise, then you move on to the original series. Bear in mind, Strange New Worlds hadn't came out when I started this, that's why I didn't go on to Strange New Worlds. So then you go on to the original series. You skip the animated series because technically that's not canon anymore. One of the officers on the ship is from a race that only speaks in metaphor. Now I am talking Lower Decks. Okay, got you. Orville. That, yeah. Well, the Orville isn't Star Trek, but it's a very good spoof of Star Trek, in my opinion, because it does everything that Star Trek does. It has, like, character and things like that, and it makes you laugh. I do like the Orville. The Orville is good. I was thinking about that earlier. But yeah, no, so I'm currently in the process of doing that. I'm now on like season 5 of Voyager. So once I've done season 5 of Voyager, flip back over to season 7 DS9, then season 6 and 7 of Voyager with the TNG films interlaced. And then after all of that, after Nemesis, that's when I'll watch all of Lower Decks of what they've done so far. Orville does have a Star Trek veteran on the series. Yeah, she was in one of the films, I believe. Is that right? Was she in First Contact? Is that... Oh, Sisko's wife. Oh, of course. Yeah, no, I know who you're on about. Yeah. Yeah, imagining the... I haven't seen Orville in a long time. Well, Sisko's second wife, who was also a Marquis traitor. She got imprisoned for helping the Marquis, but then got released, so it's all fine. And also the mother to Sisko's second child. We forget about that, but yep. Sisko had a kid at the end of season 7 that wasn't Jake. And he abandoned to go and do the Prophet's bidding. Quite a weird, fucked up thing, but hey. Is what it is. I wasn't so keen on DS9 season 7. I thought it was a bit of meh. Well, she was pregnant. We don't actually know if the kid was born. That's true. But you would imagine in the Star Trek utopia they wouldn't... Well, maybe they would be. Maybe they would be pro-choice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, why not? Of course they would. Yeah, it makes sense. Miscarriages still happen? That's true. Yeah. But presumably quite a lot less, because, I mean, if Beverly Crusher was able to carry to term, and what, she was in her late 40s by the time Nemesis happened, and she carried to term after the events of Nemesis? we would imagine that Cisco's wife, I forget what her name was. Cassidy Yates, that's it. Oh, this doesn't have redstone dust here. Good job I spotted that. Picard Season 2 is canon. Mental Problems are still about if we say Picard Season 2 is still canon. Of course it's still canon. Why wouldn't it be? Just because it's a bad series doesn't mean it's not canon. Why wouldn't it be canon? Voyager's story is sus. Well, I mean, okay, so this is how you view Voyager. Janeway is actually the villain of the series, and then it makes the show actually quite interesting, like, because whenever there is a genuinely good episode and a good thought to say, like a Star Trek episode kind of thing, like when Seven's got a dilemma and she's trying to work out her humanity, or like the Doctor is fighting against like the Doctor is having his memories wiped to save him because he's just a piece of equipment rather than a sentient being. It's always the captain that's the antagonist in those episodes, and they're always the best episodes. So, like, yeah. Barclay has whole battle with holodeck addiction. He does, absolutely. Mental Problems are still about. If we say that Picard Season 2 is canon. Well, Picard Season 2 is absolutely canon. Of course it is. I mean, that's like saying, you know, illness, like, because mental illness it's an illness, you know? You're not just going to cure it with the passage of time. Sure, we can help treat mental illness, but I don't know if there's, like, ever cures for it. Like in the future, so why wouldn't there be mental illness? And as Discount rightly pointed out, holodeck addiction is absolutely a thing. There is trauma in Nog. In DS9, he has PTSD, so of course mental illness is still a thing. Like, like Nog, it literally suffers from PTSD and withdraws into a holodeck with Vic Fontaine, right? So why wouldn't there be that? Like, that's fine. I have no qualms with that for Picard Season 2. No qualms at all. Like, Star Trek is constantly trying to battle those sort of things. I think they're always trying to, like, show us problems like that. It's always been the case. The original series had it too, maybe not in as much detail because the 60s weren't a great time for expression of thought as like mental health being an actual illness. It's more like, well, you're just an idiot, or you're just a weirdo. If I was a holodeck, I'd be addicted to. Yeah, if I had a holodeck, yeah, absolutely, I'd be addicted. It's very easy to see how you would. I do like how the Doctor can roam around Voyager without having issues. Out of everything that is Star Trek, what would you want in real life? I would say that teleportation would be cool. I don't know, that brings up very, very huge questions about, are you the original or are you the copy after you've gone through the teleportation device? And that is a question that they ask in TNG, I think, at one point. Or it's like mentioned. Something is mentioned. No, maybe it was Star Trek Enterprise. I don't know, I can't remember. They definitely mentioned that at some point. We are getting behind schedule. I need the lime concrete. Do I? Is this? Oh, okay. I do have some more lime concrete. Let's do one more stack. Warp drive. Yeah, I think that's what I would have, Kath. I agree with Kath. I would prefer warp drive over teleportation. Because, also, here's another thing. Like, the transporters are great. That's fine. But if we had the ability to very quickly travel the stars, that would be fucking awesome. Like, that would be worse. Replicators would be good. Well, yeah, replicators would be good. I think I'm with Kath though. I think having a warp drive is just like, that's the correct answer. The ability to very quickly travel between stars would be fucking awesome. Although that being said, I mean, we have the ability to get to Mars right now. Like we've got rocket engines and things like that, right? But we haven't done it, so I don't know. Well, technically, so I think that the whole point of a warp drive is that you're not actually traveling at speed at all. You are warping the environment around you so that you travel through space. So instead of you going at an incredible speed, you're actually changing the distance. I think that's the idea of a warp drive. Now, it's not necessarily ever presented like that in Star Trek, but yeah. And then it gets even more complicated when they start bringing like transwarp conduits and things like that, which is actually warping space. It's weird. Yeah, space travels around you, exactly, Kath. But then you have like transwarp, which is like, yeah, it gets a little bit more complicated. Warping gravity, and you're surfing on gravity waves. Yes. Thus one can describe that in velocity. Incorrect, because the velocity of warp drive... well, let's think... How do you calculate velocity, Animal? How do you calculate velocity? That's the big question that I'm asking right now. Well, warp levels can be described in speed that they are related to. No, they can't. They never say, oh, we're traveling X amount meters per second. They always say warp 1. They don't say distance over time. They just say we're doing warp 1 now. And that's because the distance has changed. So you can't do meters per second anymore because the amount of meters you're traveling changes. You're kind of warping the space around you. Warp speed is a derivative of light speed to infinite speed. Warp 1 being light speed and warp 10 is infinite speed. But we all know that the speed of light is like the maximum speed we can travel, right? And I think originally that was the idea of warp speed, was the fact that it was supposed to be faster than the speed of light. But I think they retconned that. Go from point A to point B in a certain time span. Velocity is distance per time, correct? And a warp drive does, because you go at a different... You go to a different space, thus one can say you are traveling at a certain speed. Yeah, but that speed is the same as if you weren't using the warp drive. That's the point that I'm making, is that if you're not using the warp drive, you're traveling at the same speed. So it's not actually the speed that increases, it's the distance that decreases. And speed is relative as well, so you've got to think of what are you taking your point A, like where does the point A begin and point B and so on and so forth. They made warp 10 theoretical infinite. TOS mentioned warp 13. Yeah, so it was constantly being retconned, like all the time. And then, like I said, Kath, you have like trans warp conduits, which then make it go faster somehow. Like, you know, the Borg use trans warp coils, don't they? Or something, you know, so they travel a lot quicker. And then let's not get into wormholes. Let's not break into that quite literal nightmare. Subspace, yeah. I was traveling on a level of subspace, yeah. Transwarp was like traveling through the nether. Well, then what was warp drive? Because they talk about warp drive is going through the subspace as well, because during TNG's episode where they blew up a big point of space, there was those activists that were saying, well, warp drive is killing the environment, and then they literally committed terrorism to destable the subspace so that a warp field couldn't be achieved in that region, right? That was because they were using subspace in warp drives. So I guess transwarp is like kind of another level of subspace, like a deeper level maybe, I don't know. I think they brought subspace into normal space. Could be. Yeah, maybe. You might be right. I don't know. I mean, let's be honest. It was it's a sci-fi TV show, so like, you know, it's sci-fi. It's not actual fact. But they always tried to base it around theoretical possibilities. They never just invented stuff for the sake of it. They did invent stuff for the sake of it. What am I on about? Of course they did. Star Trek. I mean, like, the whole thing with, like, the warp core, for instance, in the original series, the Enterprise was powered by dilithium crystals and not antimatter. Antimatter wasn't actually discovered until after the first season of TOS, so like there was no concept of antimatter in the early 60s. Antimatter was brought in like TNG era. They might have mentioned antimatter in TOS, I can't remember, but so yeah, I mean, like, Star Trek has always been retconning things like that. It's the very nature of doing something like that. Like, as soon as you come up with like some form of scientific theoretical breakthrough kind of thing, yeah. Oh, tachyons as well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another good point. Like, deflect shields and tachyons. Yeah, now the dilithium crystals help to control the interaction between matter and antimatter. Yeah, it's like kind of like a spark plug, I guess. But there is, there's the episode where Harry Mudd tries to sell those women to the dilithium miners. Do you remember that episode? In TOS? It's a bit cringy now. It doesn't stand the test of time, in my opinion. Misogyny at its high point. TNG, DS9, and Voyager are all made by other companies, right? No, it was all Paramount, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Paramount. Paramount Domestic Television that made TNG. Don't know who made TOS. It probably was Paramount. Yeah, Paramount owns it all. Unless Animal means that CBS Paramount. Yeah, so I think so CBS had held the rights to the TV show for a while, and Paramount, because they were separate, they were two separate organizations for a while. So CBS owned the rights to the TV show and Paramount owned the rights to the films, which is where, when the reboot, the Calvin Line reboot comes in, because they weren't allowed to mention anything that happened in the TV show, and then when Discovery first came out, they weren't allowed to mention anything that happened in the films. It was very confusing. But then they merged back, now they're back together, so it's all good. It was very, very boring legal stuff. Correct. Yeah, thought so. But it was all kind of, it was always Paramount Productions. And then a movie killed some big character. Which movie and which big character? That's been going on in Star Trek for a very long time. The Wrath of Khan. Data. Exactly, yeah. So I'm saying the Wrath of Khan, they did that first. Spock died. Data had to die. Didn't know there was more. Yeah, Spock died in The Wrath of Khan. And that was retconned in The Search for Spock, the very next film. And then Captain Kirk dies in Into Darkness, is it, where he dies? But then immediately comes back to life in the very same film. So yeah. Kirk dies again in Generations, correct? That's absolutely right. I forgot about that film. Sometimes it's better to forget about that film. The time stream thing or something? Yeah. We don't talk about Generations, it's fine. We don't talk about that. I forgot about Generations. I only watched it fairly recently as well. I forgot about it. So Kirk has died on the big screen twice now. Because he died to Khan in Into Darkness, didn't he? Benedict Cumberbatch. But then immediately came back to life. So he didn't really die. Kath, do you remember when me and you got very annoyed that they killed off Picard only to bring him back like 2 seconds later at the end of Picard season 1? Star Trek does that a lot. Star Trek does this a lot. I don't know how mad we're allowed to be, because like Star Trek just does that a lot. Now that I'm mentioning it all. Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Dude, that is one of the best mountain climbing scenes in all of theatre. It's very realistic. It's filmed very well. And the stuntman who played Captain Kirk there is a phenomenal climber. It's very well done. until the point where Spock arrives on rocket boots. But the actual section of him climbing is like, wow, that's cool. And it's actually an actual climb that you can do at Yosemite. I'm not sure if it is actually El Capitan where they filmed it, but there's definitely a bit in... They killed the entire crew of the Enterprise several times in one episode where they were trapped in a time loop. That's true, they did, didn't they? Do you remember when Voyager killed the entire crew of Voyager several times? Only for them to revert it. They killed B'Elanna a lot of times in Voyager, only to do the revert. And Harry. They're both dispensable, but only by the end of the episode, it's fine. They'll bring them back to life. B'Elanna and Harry, I can think of like 4 or 5 times when they've died. Let's not mention the time where Harry Kim kills the whole crew of Voyager apart from Chakotay by feeding them the wrong coordinates or something, and they end up in an ice planet. I don't know. It was a bit of a stretch. Then he has to go back in time and save them again, or like has to change time by sending 7 of 9 like some other coordinates, and yeah. What happens to Harry's first corpse? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like the first corpse as well, like the one that actually like the one that actually died, but then they just replaced him with like a mirror universe replica. It's fine. We'll never mention that again. It's okay, don't worry about it. There'll be no consequences to that. When the Demon Planet one, where they like are the whole crew is like cloned, and then there's like a whole other episode where the crew of this brand new series of Voyager escape from the Demon Planet and somehow get ahead of Voyager because they're on the way back when they encounter Voyager and they've like just turned into the whole gooey goo. So they get ahead of Voyager. There is a love affair between Kirk and the Mountain, William Shatner during an interview at the Mountain. I can see that. Like, Kirk definitely feels like a rock climber to me. I don't feel like Kirk doing rock climbing in that film was out of character for him. Knowing a lot of people that like to rock climb, like, they're very Captain Kirk characters. Can be very loyal, but will do anything they need to get the job done, kind of thing. Very loyal people, but yeah, can be quite hazardous at times. Oh, I didn't bring any of my stuff. I'm getting so distracted with Star Trek today. The repeaters. We'll take those as well. How different the views of crew clones were between TNG and Voyager. Yeah, I know, right? Because, because there was a season 2 episode where Pulaski and Riker were had their cells forcibly removed so that they could be cloned. Yeah, that was it. That was season 2. Oh, it's so weird. But then Voyager was like, yeah, sure, cloners, we don't care. What's the worst that could happen? And then literally the crew of Voyager is completely cloned, including the ship. How did they clone the Doctor? Because I thought it was only organic matter. Like that was something that really bothered me. And also, where is the clone of Kes in all of that? Where did Kes get off to? Where was she after she got cloned? Actually, maybe... Yeah, it was. I'm sure the Demon Planet is before 7 comes on, so that must. I think that was a season 3 episode. Kes was not cloned. Demon Planet Voyager. Which episode? Which season? Oh no, it's season 4. No, you're right. Kes wasn't cloned. That you're correct. My bad. I'm thinking of a different episode I'm thinking of the Doctor's memory episode where the Doctor's memory gets erased, and it was all about the events that happened before Seven came onto the ship, because he let a crew member die, but then when they go into the flashbacks, there's no Cass. like surely Cass would have been there. It was Seven and Chakotay looking for Paris and Kim. Yeah, you're right. I remember. Seven was there, yeah. So that just begs another question. Like, if Seven got cloned, which surely she would have got cloned, how did they clone the cybernetic components in her body? How did they, like, did it clone, like, the entirety of the ship? I thought it was only organic things that could get cloned, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. I'm sure it said that it was just organic, because do you remember when the ship, like, takes off from the demon planet and you've just got the whole of the cloned crew just waving the ship as it, like, takes off? There was no cybernetic or, like, whatever components, right? Because their spacesuits didn't get cloned, although their clothing did, and the comm badge did, and the comm badge worked. No, the comm badge didn't work. It didn't work. That was why he couldn't call. That's why Harry and Tom didn't call them and communicate with them. Interesting. I've just broken my zip on my pocket. So. Comm badges did work. I can't remember. So maybe cybernetic components could get cloned. I can't remember the episode. It's not one of the better episodes. I wasn't that keen on the demon episode anyway, so it's one that I try and forget. There's a few episodes like that in Voyager, unfortunately, where you're just like, I'd rather forget that episode. There's some great episodes, fundamentally good episodes, like the episode where like the Doctor's memory is being altered by the fucking captain in season 5. All because the Doctor is only a machine, like a replicator. That's what she says the Doctor is. He's just a replicator. At this point, by season fucking 5, he has proved himself as a sentient member who should have more rights than a fucking replicator. Captain Hypocrite. I'm definitely not Janeway's biggest fan, by the way. Like I said, Voyager is a lot more enjoyable when you watch it thinking that Janeway's actually the villain of the show. For me. Anyway. I need the piece of lime concrete I've blocked off. Where did it go? There it is. Lightly not talk about Star Trek, maybe. Getting a tape or lovely Wi-Fi. Okay, have a good date night, I guess. Have fun, my dude. Thank you for stopping in, sir. Likely not talk about Star Trek. I like that. Second one was odd because it started with the wedding of Paris and B'Elanna, but he was supposed to be an ensign. Yeah, that was weird, right? Like, wait, was he an ensign in that episode, in the second episode? Or was he a lieutenant in that episode? I genuinely can't remember. I only watched it very recently again, wasn't that much of a not that keen on the actual episode itself. He was... Where's Jen when you need her? Yeah, I know, right? He was a lieutenant. It was the first clue that it wasn't the real crew. Got you. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't that keen on the episode, to be honest. Like the whole fake out. Bellana's dead. Bellana's dead for like the 6th time. No, got you. It was fake out. No, I'm not keen on those sort of tropes. That needs to be 2 ticks. I don't think I did 2 ticks though. That one can go there. Okay, we need to go and get more redstone. We'll turn all that into redstone dust. Should be enough. Let's keep going. So yeah, I'm definitely not a Voyager fan. Like like I said, it's not my favorite Star Trek, but it is still a better Star Trek than the Star Trek we got from Disco. Wasn't a huge, not to this day, still not a huge fan of Discovery. No. Ugh, fine. Nearly died. How come I didn't get my jump boost? Give me my jump boost. Thank you, dude. No, I want you to face this way. Oh. Thank you. So you would have hated the Year of Hell season, though. No, I think that is, you needed more of that. I don't know. We've spoken about the Year of Hell stuff before, right, Kath? The issue that I've got with Year of Hell is that basically it was all a big mulligan. Like they just had a big mulligan. So by the end of the season, the crew can't even remember it. And that happens a lot in Voyager as well. There's like a lot of big things happen and then the crew just doesn't remember it at the end of the season. It's like, meh. I mean, I can get away with that once, but you do that to me like too many times, I'm just like, yeah, it's just another fake out episode. Now, I think the original concept of the Year of Hell season was that it was going to stay. Like, the Year of Hell was going to happen, and it was going to stay that way. There was no takesy backses. That was it. That was the idea, and I was all down for that. Voyager needed more of that, and it didn't. There was too much reset at the end of every episode. It was too much trying to be like, why is that 2 ticks there? That's wrong. That should be 1 tick. There should have been more at stake in Voyager. But, I mean, that was kind of like the times, I guess. I mean, they already had like a big stakes series, and that was DS9, so they didn't want another DS9, they wanted basically they wanted TNG, so they sacrificed good stories for cop-outs and easy writing tropes. As much as I'm having I have to go and help the wife pack for your trip. Yeah, no, that's fine, dude. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that. Voyager also needs to be looked at the fact that they don't always have the perfect answer so quickly at hand. TNG had more of that. TNG always had the admirals to call. Yeah. No, I like the concept of having one one ship on its own, very far away from civilization. I like that concept. That concept's good. But I just feel like it wasn't executed well. And I've spoken about this, about Voyager, a lot of time. Like, a lot. I could go on and on and on about Voyager for me. Like, I do like it. I can watch it. Like, it's not terrible. It's just not amazing. It's not something that is like, yeah, that is the pinnacle of television. Whereas, like, DS9, I kind of do see that now. Like, I really enjoy DS9. I enjoy watching DS9, and I can watch it over and over. Apart from some of, like, the cringier episodes in the first couple of seasons, but the problem that I always had for Voyager was that they took too many, like, storylines from TNG and expanded on them, instead of creating their own stories. Like, the Year of Hell was a prime example of them creating their own story, but they were so scared that it was a big departure that they didn't go full into it. There was too much of a big departure from the TNG idea and way of storytelling that it was too much of a risk for them, which it's just unfortunate. Also, I can't forgive them for kind of killing the Borg almost. Like, they made the Borg very easy to beat. There's literally an episode in season 5 where a Borg probe is attacking Voyager, and they're like, you are about to be assimilated, and like there's Borg drones going all on the ship, and literally Janeway beams a torpedo onto the ship and the whole ship just blows up. That's it. That's all we had to do. That was all we had to do, Voyager, to beat the Borg. You just transport a torpedo onto the ship. What happened to the fucking shields? Why is this? Why? Come on. Really? Don't make them that easy to beat. Stop it. Stop that. So yeah, never a huge fan of when that sort of stuff was happening. It always felt very forced, in my opinion. But yeah, Year of Hell would have been a full season of retcon. Do you reckon? I thought the original pitch was that they were going to stick with it at the end of the season. Kind of like how, because the Year of Hell, the original concept of the Year of Hell was season 3 of Enterprise, right? So they eventually got to do the Year of Hell, although instead of it being the Krenim, it's the Xindi. You know, they're in Xindi space and not Krenim space, and, you know, very slowly the Enterprise gets blown up in Star Trek Enterprise. So that was the concept of the Year of Hell. And again, that was another problem that Enterprise had, was that any time, like whenever they tried to like recycle episodes from Enterprise or TNG, recycle episodes or themes from TNG or Enterprise or Voyager or anything like that, like it never worked. It never worked. It was very dull. Whenever they did something new, it was like, oh, it's really good. The whole trip, and we've not really spoken about Enterprise that much. I feel like it's a little bit undervalued. Like it's the forgotten season of Star Trek, which I think is a bit of a shame. I don't know. Just my own opinion. I need to fix the redstone to this. We'll get around to fixing the redstone to this soon. I'm probably going to change this at the back. As fun as that thing is there, I'm probably going to change it. So we will have something like that, but this actual thing there that's happening will get changed. It'll be a lot better, I think. Basically, I'm going to do the jump in that space there. So it'll be different. And you'll be able to see it all as well. So you'll be able to see all the different things that are going on. Okay, now we need the glass. I just wanted to make sure that it was working, which it did seem to be, which is good. Does seem to be working. I might not have enough limestone glass. Actually, no, we should be able to. Okay, we have 3 layers left. I mean, that's taken us 2 hours to finish off that layer today. I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get halfway through this one in the 2 hours, like, but we're gonna try and do all of this as well. We've got jump boost back now, so we're at a level where we can use jump boost a little bit better, so it should be a bit quicker now to do the next build. Let's work on the lighting. That's always the next thing. So we want the yellow concrete. Let's turn this into actual yellow concrete. Perfect. So yeah, I wasn't going to stream today, by the way. Something came up midway through last week. Basically, I found out that there was a very cheap cricket match happening today, and it was supposed to be all day. So I wasn't actually going to stream today, but it's been raining all day, so it got cancelled. Well, actually, I didn't know it was going to get cancelled, but I predicted it would get cancelled, so I didn't go. And then I've just had an email like come through that said, oh hey, you're getting full refund because you purchased this ticket and there was no cricket that actually happened. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Which I mean, that's pretty cool that they do that. I wasn't expecting them to, but hey. Because, I mean, anyone who buys a cricket ticket in the UK knows the risks with the English weather, right? Like, see, I wasn't supposed to be at home today. Ah, no. Let's put the torches on and then I'll do this side first. That's kind of what we normally do, isn't it? Ah, I missed it! I'm starting to run out of like redstone components, so I generally feel like I feel like after all of that grinding we did with all the redstone, it's actually starting to get worth it. Also, I feel like the rates of this sugarcane farm is just going to be good. I don't know why. And this is where we put in the lights. I do think that potentially I have overlit the farm a bit as well. Bear in mind, I think originally like the farm itself was designed before. Oh no, it wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have been. I was going to say something, but it's what I was going to say is incorrect. I need more yellow concrete, apparently. Did I not make enough yellow concrete? I've only got like that much yellow concrete powder left. So I didn't make enough yellow concrete. Noted. I really wish you could change the color of concrete powder. I don't think it's a thing. Like once it's green, right? Yeah. I really wish you could do that. Like you could re-dye things. Because I've got too much green concrete powder. There we go. Pick up all this. I knew I could see it. Perfect. I feel like I've not counted the amount of yellow concrete I needed correctly. Oh, I know exactly what I've done. Yeah, I know exactly why I've not got enough yellow concrete. I have counted it incorrectly. I know exactly what I've done. It's fine. That's fine. Well, we can make more. We've got plenty of sand, so... Do you know what's really bizarre? Is very soon we are going to have to rip down this farm that has been there for so long, like the temporary farm. That we're gonna have to rip that down. We're getting close to doing that. And then once we've done that, we won't actually have any form of income of sugarcane for a while, because that's the only part that's hooked up to the actual storage system. Because all the sugarcane at the moment, all of that is despawning. Because I haven't got it hooked up to a chest yet. Okay, let's do the... Yeah, I don't have enough concrete now for the next layer. So I have to make some more. But let's do the green concrete. which involves the powered rails, the normal rails, the detector rails, the switches. I think that's it. Yeah. So we'll do that bit next. This process is so much quicker than the process that we've been stuck with. Bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum. Sorry, I was reading a post that I just got tagged about Formula One. Yeah, you might have noticed I haven't spoken about Formula One in a while, and that's just because it's boring at the moment. So we're just not even gonna. I'm not gonna entertain Formula One until it gets exciting again. Every so often it does this. The sport does this. It's just eh. I mean, ideally, I'd prefer it to be better, but, you know, you can't always get what you want. Oh, I got one of those wrong. I was doing that dead quick, and I was like, ooh. This feels cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do the rest. Oh, am I out of rails? No. I've got more rails in here, right? No way. How? I've really miscalculated. I thought I had everything like bang on, but apparently I haven't. It's either that or I've dumped some of the rails in the box up here, which is potentially right. So this is the first time I've ran out of components. It's either that or I just didn't bring enough rail. No, I only have 20 up here. Interesting. So maybe I just didn't make enough. I might have put them away in here. Yeah, I might have. I'm going to take all of the rails out of my redstone box. Let's also put the switches on. Oh, the lag. Forgot how crazy it is. It's like, I think it's multiple entities that are being thrown around here. Oh no, I don't have the jump boost at the moment. Oh no. Gonna have to use a rocket to get up there. Oh, really? It's okay, I managed to get around it. Oh, okay, so that's a way around. See, this level you get the jump boost. So when you're on here, but if you fall down, you lose it. Noted. Okay, let's do... do I want to do this circuit next then? I guess I do, because that's kind of where we go from. This circuit is always like the worst circuit to build as well, because it's so specific. Things go in like specific places. I need something of everything. Need dust. Repeaters. A dropper. I just need like something of everything kind of thing. It's very irritating. I'm actually going to start introducing the stone now because I feel like if we don't, then we'll never get stone in this thing, and you know, we're definitely at the stone layer now. So this is going to be an odd one. Oh, we also want glass as well. Ugh. I need hoppers. I just take all the hoppers. We need mine carts. Dun 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 dun. So this is the layer of the hoppers. So that one actually is the... I think I'm actually going to just put this on here. Cool. Okay, let's just pop this. Dropper can go in. Get rid of these. Then we need the hoppers to go on to it. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Oh, I didn't bring the wall with me. You see, this is the thing that I hate about making this circuit, is that you need so many different components, you always forget one, so you always have to come back. It's an easy thing to make. It's just frustrating. Let's do this. No. And that. Thank you. Oh. Oh, no, I... That was the one below me, I think. Yes. Did that. I must have dropped something into there, or maybe the hopper was just doing the sugarcane by the looks of it. There's like 3 stacks of sugarcane down there. Hey Mayo, how's it going? Yo, who's gifted me a sub? I think that was Cathris. So, yep, that was Kath. He's not here at the moment. He's nipped out because he's getting ready to go on his summer vacation. But yeah, you got a sub. Welcome in. Use the emotes responsibly. Not that there's really that many emotes, but you know what I mean. Use them accordingly, or don't use them. It's entirely up to you. There is no pressure. Like, the amount of times I've done this circuit, this exact circuit now, is crazy. But it's still so tedious. That one can go there. And I do it differently. I build it differently every single time because there's just like so many like random components to do. Yeah, because I've done this very differently to how I would normally do it. Weirdly enough. Where's my comparators? Oh, what's in there? I want those. We need... Perfect. And then we need the sticky piston to go there. Perfect. Fantastic. Did it. Now let's just extend this. So we've got that, we've got the dust in, and then that should be circuit complete. So if we throw something into there. No, okay. Oh, I know why that's not worked. Because I'm an idiot. But it's fine, we're allowed to be idiots. There we go, now the circuit's complete. And if I want to throw something into that, it fires it out. If I do this, get out the way, it should come all the way back. And I want my redstone torch back, so I'm gonna go and get my redstone torch, even if it spams me. Ooh, and a redstone red block as well. Interesting. Don't remember losing the concrete block, but I've picked it back up, and now I've got like loads of... I thought I was going to get loads of sugarcane, but apparently I didn't get loads of sugarcane, and I'm a little bit disappointed. Oh, yep, raining sugarcane, Okay, so the sugarcane actually does work. We need to put something there. And something there. Okay, so the next bit is the dirt and water stuff. So let's get rid of the redstone that we don't need. Any of the stuff that we don't need, we can dump in there. I've only got 3 rockets left. I need to remember that, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get out of my hole that I'm digging. So maybe we should get some more rockets out, actually. Ooh, I'm actually running low on rockets and food. So in a sec. Actually, let's do that now. Let's just top up that box a little bit. So we've got some more food in there. We've got some more rockets, and I don't have to worry about it. I need to bring gunpowder back with me, and I guess I'll trade some sticks and emeralds for emeralds, and trade the emeralds for the food, I guess. I've got some sticks and quite a lot of emeralds, actually. Let's get a couple of stacks going. And then we also want like some gunpowder. I've only got 24 gunpowder. Okay, that's fine. I don't have a way of making gunpowder at the moment, so I do have to be careful with the rockets. Why were you giving me 5 emeralds per trade? I might have to cure these villagers one last time. I'm also going to sleep here just so that we can get a reset on those trades. Not that I've got any more sticks left anyway, so. But we've got plenty of jungle wood that we need to chop down at some point. So. Let's put away the emeralds. Because I mean, I didn't get that many golden carrots, but that's fine. I'm not grinding them out, I just wanted a little bit of a top up. We've got all my gunpowder there. Again, just like a small top up. I didn't want loads. Oh god, I'm gonna sneeze. Ah, sneezed already. There we go, just a small top up. That was all I needed. I'm a little bit worried though, because I have no gunpowder left. So that's literally the last amount of rockets, unless I go and kill some creepers. That's the last little bit of rockets that we're going to be making. Because I have no gunpowder per farm. Ooh, no, you're not. Come on. Thank you. Hey, I got 3 ender pearls for that. Nice. Why did I come down here? I'm gonna keep the cobblestone and the stone in my inventory. But we need to do the dirt and grass stuff along with the buckets of water. And I guess now we're kind of like throwing in some stone stairs along with the cobblestone stairs, which are somewhere. I've got 11 left. Okay. We'll use the last 11 then. Why am I doing it this way again? Because I'm an idiot and I'm not thinking things through. Put the temporary blocks in first, Womble. Oopsie. Now most of this is going to be hidden anyway, so you can't see the stone, but as long as I've got a cobblestone piece, like, there, it's fine. Oh no! That's okay, there's no redstone down there. I hope. No, there's no redstone down there. Can you not just do what I want you to do? Thank you. Okay, now we can get rid of... Or we can jump down and not be able to move. I can get rid of this. Perfect. Ah! No! There we go. Okay, can get out. I've got to get out before my jump boost, like, wears out. Otherwise I have to use rockets. Did I leave any more dirt? No, I didn't. Good. Whee! And now we can add in, like, say this little bit, along with little tiny bits of the stone. Because this is where we're going to start transitioning. This level here is where we're going to start transitioning between the cobblestone and the normal stone. A little bit exciting, actually, because, you know, I've been building in, like, all these other different blocks, which you can't see. But now you're going to be able to see stuff. And I think we'll still have patches of these mossy blocks with the mossy cobblestone all the way up to here. But it'll kind of like cross between normal stone and cobblestone as well. So I think that's how it's going to work. And obviously you can't see any of the black stone down there. You can kind of just make out the deep slate. You can kind of make out the deep slate layers, but yeah, no, it's very, very cobblestoney at the moment. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. It is a block I don't use very often because it reminds me of, like, 2009 Minecraft. Okay, let's get... Also, my music has stopped. Having a look at what soundtrack to listen to next. I think we might go back to a good old Faithful, actually. Oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it. Why wouldn't we? I don't know what I'm eating tonight. Maybe, you know what, I'm gonna do a takeaway. I'm gonna do a takeaway. What's the worst that could happen? Like, you know. No. That's definitely broken redstone, right? Surely. How did it miss? How did it miss the redstone? Wow. That was so lucky. I am still yet to flood the redstone here. I've been very, very fortunate. Like, actually, I think that's only the second scare we've had, but yeah, still haven't flooded the redstone. Oh, but I have just knocked a freaking comparator down there. And now we get the dun, dun. Now we get the glass in place, and we're pretty much exactly where we were at the beginning of the stream. So we've done one whole section in the space of 2 hours, 46 minutes. I'm going to say 2.5 hours. because, I mean, that was when I started streaming, but not when I started playing Minecraft, so I usually spend about 15 minutes on the internet. You know what I haven't done? I haven't poured my second cup of coffee, and that was made like 2 hours ago, so see if it's still warm. Still quite warm. So 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna lie, my coffee press here keeps good pot of coffee nice and hot for at least 2 hours. I would say hot for 2 hours. It's lukewarm. It's not hot, but it's definitely not cold / room temperature. I mean, you know, it's above, definitely way above room temperature. I'm interested to know what the actual temperature is. I might go and get my thermometer. I'm not going to, though. We're not that sad. Okay, so what are we doing? We're getting the green glass, which we definitely need more of. So I think, well, last time we made 6 stacks, but we had like a stack and a half left. So let's make 7 stacks of green stained glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we shall make it all as simple as that. There we go. I've not got very much glass left, but we do have sand, which is good. It's good because we will need it for the lime concrete. By the look, no, yellow concrete. Need it for the yellow concrete. But I don't need that for a while yet, so. Whoop. Let's start putting the glass in, then we can start terraforming. Yeah. I don't want the spade on. You know, the thing that I don't like about building with glass is it's so difficult to mine when you misplace it. It takes ages. And I misplace things a lot. Ping, pong. Actually, that was in the correct place. That could have stayed, but oh well. So that means that one's going to be lime. So we're going to have lime glass in this bit, and then this bit on the top is going to be the green glass. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That is exactly what I wanted. Oh, wow. It's almost as though I, like, calculated that. Spoiler alert, I didn't. Let's do the terraforming on this bit first, and this is where I need to be a little bit cautious because this is where we're going to be blending the cobblestone into... No, I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. We need to start blending stone into cobblestone. Or yeah, the other way around maybe. No, stone into the cobblestone. That's kind of what we need to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to like mine this out until I get the layer of cobblestone. Then I'm going to take the cobblestone, which I don't have in my inventory right now because why would I? I put it back, didn't I? Put it back for no apparent reason. Put it back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should do. That should do. Well, the thing is, we will pick up stone anyway, so maybe I didn't need the full 4 stacks. And what we're going to start doing, we're going to like start doing things like this, right? Gonna bring up little areas. I'm just going to put the cobblestone down. We're going to do it in like sets of 2s, and like every so often we'll just like leave a gap, and that gap is where the stone is going to be. And interestingly enough, like there is actually stone behind these. So now, if I was smart, I wouldn't have Mind this. Oh, this. I'm not smart. I'm not smart. Oh, someone's messaging me again. There, okay, so we're looking at like that little section that I've done. It's looking very flat, but potentially, you know, that it's going to give me what the thing that I want to do. Let's do the bit that is the most hidden. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. That look good. That look good. But I need to get rid of it anyway. So, because I want to start replacing all of this. So that is fine. We will do this. I'm actually going to make that like this, and then this. And that's the most invisible bit of it anyway, so we're good. And then that can go there. Perfect. Now let's do this next layer here. I'm going to do it like 2 layers at a time because I feel like that's the only way for me to get in organically what I want to do with this whole layer. I need to put that there. I'm going to stretch this all the way out to the wall now. And put that there. I think that's good enough. Then this can go there. And that should be enough, and that should make the whole thing work. Let's just have a look. There's actually things on the track as well, so we should hear it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the amount of lag that happens when those pistons go off is a little bit frustrating. At some point I will come through and we'll turn this into a proper bubble elevator and... Oh my goodness! So this whole area is a little bit more difficult to kind of navigate around at the moment because of the lag. Why am I getting lag? Because my potato PC wants to be a lag machine. It never used to be a potato PC, but it is definitely turning into one. This is probably years worth of me abusing it. Putting it in difficult positions. Asking too much of it. Can't even select the stone around it because it's just andesite. I mean, this does give me an idea, actually. I want to see what shape this would create if we just like knock out the andesite. Not a very good shape. Okay, that's fine. We'll kind of do it like that then. And then this would be... I don't want any andesite. At least not yet. Like, we don't want andesite in these levels, so let's just make sure that we get rid of those. It's this bit's gonna become a lot more difficult than I thought it would. Okay. It's coming along. I can get on with this. I do need to get rid of, like, the andesite, though. Like, the andesite's not nice. I don't quite like the andesite. I mean, I might have patches of andesite, but meh. And then this, I think I'm going to get rid of that as well. This is just a matter of, like, carving this out now. Which is becoming a little bit more challenging than I thought it would, but this is okay. I'm not going to be able to get back up onto that layer, am I? No. I can get up here. Maybe. Yes! Yes! That's definitely the right layer, right? I'm not going crazy. Yep, definitely the right layer. I'm not going crazy. It's good. It's fine. Do want a little bit more cobble at this point, I think, still. I'm still kind of like trying to figure out like a bit more of a pattern, if that makes sense. What happens if we get rid of this bit, actually, including that? Okay, we're definitely taking out those. I still want like little bits of cobblestone like going up anyway, right? Actually, you know what? Let's put that there like that, right? Then I could even bring this up a little bit out here. And really, like, bring this out. Wait a sec. Where's that green line gonna be? No, the green line's clear. Really gonna bring in some shape. Actually, no, I want that there. Let's get this bit in, because that is kind of sorted, I think. It's getting more and more difficult to build this, because building stone into stone is it's tough. But it's okay. We'll just keep going. This is good practice, because this is the entirety of the cave is going to be like this sort of mentality of bringing it out for like a couple of blocks and then putting it back in. That will always be there. That's sort of a every so often I'm just gonna like leave a little bit of grey stone kind of thing. That works. I like that we've done there. Oh, this is an like this for me is like a very frustratingly slow process, but I feel like this phase is going a lot faster than previous ones, because I can kind of like just dig rather than place too many blocks kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I don't have to necessarily replace every single block that I'm digging. We can just kind of like leave it. It's quite nice, actually. I didn't mean to come all the way down here, but that's fine. Don't know if there's a way up. Oh no, I lost my jump boost. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to use that. That was some... I mean, if I'd have managed to do that without knocking into the into the wall like a like a knobhead. That's what I was gonna say, but no. One of these days, I'm gonna be able to actually fly well. Oh, yeah, this is the first time that we've not been able to loop around with the glass. Which makes sense why I keep falling down, because I'm not actually actively putting in the glass itself. Okay, let's kind of dig into this a little bit more. See what we can kind of build. So I'm failing at shaping right now, but that's okay. I'm curious to know what is underneath all of that, but there isn't like that. Okay. Didn't help me. Sometimes when you like mine away the natural resources, they end up with very interesting shapes, but that I don't think we're going to get that advantage now. The only little bit the extra stuff that I've got is this andesite there, and that's not necessarily where I wanted a hole. There's also a little bit of dirt, so we might be able to get quite a nice little interesting feature out of that. But yeah, so it's a matter of I can't use natural terrain. I've got to kind of, I can't do it the lazy way. That's what I'm trying to say. We'll close that off for the time being. Okay, what are we doing? So we've inverted this a little bit. Let's pull this out ever so slightly. Now this will have to change because that's exactly where the lime concrete's going. But I've noticed I've very slowly brought the edge of the wall in, and it's coming in quite far. So at some point we'll have to like move it back out before we get up to the top layers. But we're okay at the moment. Got a random piece of cobblestone there, that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be meticulously bang on all the time. Like I said, this is feeling a lot quicker. Than it has in the past, so maybe it. I think it's because I'm carving into the stone rather than like carving into the stone and then replacing every single block that I've carved into. I'm actually using the stone that's there, so it is less amount of time, I guess, but we're so close. I definitely want to finish this layer today. Maybe make a start on this one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll kind of see. What time is it right now? It's coming up to 6 o'clock. I am starting to get hungry as well, so let's really focus. No, I don't like what I've done here. That was a mistake. I have lost some glass, but that's okay. I'm really like trying to do this as quickly as possible, but like that's when it starts looking bad when I rush things, so. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Okay. Again, like we're coming really close to the redstone here again, like whereas in the past we've really pulled away from the redstone. So it's quite interesting how I've shaped this. Don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing yet, so we'll see. Whew. Okay, keep focus. Keep the focus, Womble. You can do this. You can do this. This is just ignore the fact that you're really hungry right now. I definitely need to get a takeaway. I'm not cooking. I don't know what takeaway should I get, chat? Any ideas? Chinese, maybe? Pizza? Don't know. I generally don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to get. Somebody make a choice for me. Well, actually, usually what I do when I can't make a choice. Let's roll a die. There they are. I moved them earlier today. Let's roll a die. Let's roll a die. Actually, wait. I feel like this is massive amounts of procrastination right now, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Did somebody say? Make sure I'm delivering to the correct place. So, Indian. That's a good. Do you know, I haven't had an Indian in a while, so that's a cool idea. I like that. I like that. I like that idea. That might be the only sort of places that are open. Okay, I've got a selection. We'll have a look. I can't remember what number 2 was going to be. I think that was the Chinese. Yeah, it was. It was Chinese. Okay. That's what we'll do then. I'll have a Chinese. It is a 50-minute. Oh, do I have to collect though? Is that... No. Yeah, it delivers in like 50 minutes, so... Pretty much the moment I've finished this, I need to make the order. I'm not doing it now, though. I'll have a think, see what I want. See what I want. What I really, really want. With the Zigga. I didn't like that there, so getting rid of it. It's because I've got like this random thing there. Doesn't quite work, but hey. It's so weird being like really close to that now. And we're on the last little bit of this version of terraforming, so that's cool. Yes. Okay. I mean, definitely the terraforming aspect that I've been doing has been getting flatter. I'm aware of that. It's, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to still make it a little bit, like, more interesting, but it is getting more and more difficult because I'm basically effectively chiseling now, as opposed to sculpting, I guess. I guess it works out to be the same, but there we go. Okay. Yes, it's looking okay. It's looking fine. It's looking fine. It's looking flat. What is this? Okay. Just things. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just hide it up and it'll go away. Just hide it up and it'll go away. Get rid of this as well. Cool. I think terraforming, changing the terrain kind of thing is done for the most part. Right, let's finish all of the redstone for this, like this level here. Let's finish the redstone and then we'll call it a day. On the, like, terraforming, on pretty much everything, like we'll just call it a day in general. I'm gonna put the dirt in here, just because I did get the exact amount of dirt that I would need for the whole project, right? I do need the extra green glass. Perfect. Fantastic. Phenomenal. Okay, let's get the pistons, the observers, not the yellow concrete, the lime concrete, which is also in here, and we're gonna take 2 stacks worth of the lime concrete and turn it into, well, of the powder and turn it into the concrete before we go and do this. And we'll get the rest of this project done. Yes, we can do this one as well. Just... I legitimately cannot wait until, like, I don't need to, like, jump around and... I can't wait until I finish this. That's basically the thing that's going on right now. Like, I'm getting quite excited because we're getting quite close to the end. And yeah, like, it's been a long time coming. Okay, we've got all of that done. We've got that done. We need the dust. We need the sticky pistons. We need the repeaters. And we'll also take some stone/cobble for filling in purposes. We should get this done. Done, 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 done. Let's make the lime concrete stuff first, I think. Just because that will affect what we're doing with the terraforming as well, right? Yeah. Yes, it will. I like to do the lime concrete bits first. I did say that was going to have to go, didn't I? So it's not an overall shock. But here we go. Let's get rid of a lot of what I've done here. Whoops, don't want that. Did I get that right? I did. No, didn't want that. No. Fine, we'll do it that way. We'll just... I mean, I'm gonna have to break them up anyway. It's fine, it's fine. So all of that will have to change. That definitely needs to go. Okay. Let's keep going. Like I said, this bit will need to be changed anyway. We kind of knew that that was going to have to happen. And we're going to have to dig in here as well. Ah. We'll dig in here first, and then this can be placed. That definitely needs to go. Let's do this bit. And we can tidy this up after the fact. Because this needs the repeater, I believe. Oh, I still have the frickin' water buckets in my inventory. That's not annoying. Let's get the dust. Just gonna go around here, and then we can always decorate this light after the fact anyway, so. There we go. And like I said, we can terraform that and change that in a sec. This will also have to go. Oh, nope, that's actually okay. Let's do this bit over here. So I think I'm going to actually kind of dig out a big chunk of this. ready. Before I go any further, I will put this in now because this is the bit that I always forget to put in. I thought I heard a skeleton then, but I think I'm just imagining it. I'm actually going to get rid of that as well. Free it all up. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That can go in. That's 2 ticks. Oh wait, no. Sorry, that goes that way. And that's 2 ticks. Nearly did some bad redstone there. Did I get this bit right? No, can't tell. I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, I did. I got that right. That's cool. I am actually going to put that back. But this will be open. I did hear a skeleton. I wasn't going mad. Ha, interesting. Don't know where that is. But there will be a dark spot somewhere where mobs can spawn. Why did I not do this bit? Now this side might be okay. Maybe. I never actually make it so it works, do I? Ever. I don't think I've ever done it so that I've like could just put the components in. It's fine. Okay, so let's get rid of all of this. I'm gonna come round and we'll kind of like make this nice. After the fact, I think now it might just be a good idea just to kind of like create this inverted cave like thing anyway, because we're coming up to the end of the thing and I want to. Why am I putting the okay, so that's that bit done. Okay, we don't need the lime concrete anymore, so get that out my inventory. That does need to be lime concrete though, so that can come back in. I also need to try and remember where the repeaters are. I think we've got one there. And one there, and then on this side there is like one here, here, and here, and that's just so that the signal decays correctly. I mean, let's be honest, there's definitely a better way of doing this redstone, but this was what I came up with when I was testing for it ages and ages and ages ago. And I was like, you know what? I kind of like that it doesn't work very well. Oh, I see what I've done differently over there. I've mirrored it. That's why that circuit doesn't quite work the same. I mirrored it because I'm an idiot. It makes sense now. Okay. I wondered why it wasn't like why it. No, it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 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 We're all good. We're all friends here. Oh, I've got like one piston too short. That's very irritating. Right, I'm going to take it from here, 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 and here. There we go. Now I have the spare piston done. I have to go flying up just for one piston. Okay, let's put in the observers, and then. And then we can put in the kind of alternating cobble and stone. No, I don't want the ender chest there. Observers, we've got the last little bits in, then the whole circuit is done. Then we just need to put in the sugarcane and the glass, and then we're all good. We're all good. Apart from I actually need to freaking put the observers in correctly. Okay, now let's go and get some sugarcane. I've already got the glass. Let's go and get some sugarcane. And then that's gonna be it. Like, I'm pleased. Like, that's. Oh yeah, I'll take these. I need this. I need this. Give me. I don't need that much. All right, let's put the sugarcane in. The sugarcane. And of course, I like miss bits. It's yeah. I shouldn't miss it doing it that direction. And then we put in the glass, which I think I've got enough of. Don't want that there. There we go. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it. And how much? We've got like 2 stacks of the glass left, so we've got enough glass. Oh, chat, this, okay, so it took 2.5 hours to do the first layer. This second layer has taken an hour. Like, ooh, what is going on? I guess I didn't do as much terraforming. I mean, that'll be where the time has been made up, so that's cool. But yeah, wow, we're getting very close. Now then. We've got 2 layers left on the sugarcane farm. I think I will continue this off stream at some point. Maybe not. Can't promise it. But we are on the way to, like, we are so close to completion. It's painful. It's within grasp, isn't it? Like, we're almost there. We're almost done. It's almost done, and that's it's a little bit scary. And I realize I didn't complete all of the terraforming. That will be the next thing that we have to do, is to get all of these little bits and bobs like terraformed before we put in the next layer of redstone. Before we start work on this, we do need to do the terraforming. So I didn't quite do that, and actually I might be able to do like the terraforming quite high now, like all the way up until like above the glass layer, because we're getting ready for it. And somehow I'm gonna have to merge it so that we walk down into the farm. Maybe we'll walk down onto the next layer of glass. And that would be above us? No, I don't like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We've got some design choice decisions to be made in the next stream. I'm getting quite excited because this project has gone on far too long. Far too long. But once it's done, it's done. No rewrites, you know, like we don't come back to it and think, oh well, we got all this done. Nope. No takesy backsies. Once it's done, it's done. And we've got a lot of lime concrete. I just realized. That's okay. Like, maybe we've got too much lime concrete. I guess we've got 2 more circuits to do. We've got this circuit and then the circuit below. And I think I did make more lime concrete than I actually need. The next focus that we do is we're going to put in the yellow concrete, and that will be pretty quick. But no, we've got the terraforming to do first. That's going to be our #1 priority. But the little bit of terraforming that we did around there, I think that's blending in quite well. Well, I'm just going to have to play around with it. And like I said, I might do that off stream. I might do all the terraforming stuff off stream, and then we can just rush and do all the redstone stuff on stream, which is the fun bits. I don't know, because it's just repeating a pattern and there's no creativity. But at the same time, like, I mean, I've got to rip out all of this redstone here as well, right? So actually, this bit might be the hardest bit, like ripping out this redstone to create a full through walking thing. And is this going to be on display? That's going to be the next question. Like, we've got a lot of questions. Like, how are we going to? I envision an archway here and maybe a doorway so that we can still get into the back here, but this would also be glass flooring so that you could walk and see below, see all the redstone happening below as well. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning. And I think maybe we would put in like a hidden door here as well, so maybe like a 3x3 piston door, maybe. We'll see. I will definitely have the room. Okay, time to quit and go for lunch. When I say go for lunch, I'm gonna get a takeaway, a Chinese. I've decided. Well, I didn't decide. I made my die decide. I'll see you soon. Have a good night, evening, noon, insert time zone here. Until next time, later nerds.